Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. What do you love in life? So often people find themselves dragging themselves to the gym, dragging themselves into work, dragging themselves to run errands to fulfill the necessities of their life, to deal with their loved ones. What do you actually love about life? I was listening to Ed Mylett this morning, and he's mentioning the story of a baseball player whom he's talking with and working with. And he asked the guy, "What do you love about baseball?" And the guy says, "Yeah, I love being with the team." And he goes, "No, what more do you love about baseball?" He goes, "I love the way that the putting on the uniform feels." They keep diving further and further into the details, every minute detail about what this person loved about playing baseball. And it got down to the point where he mentions, "I love the smell of the freshly cut grass, right before a game. I love the sound of the sprinklers. I love, the smell of the bat, cork oil or whatever they called it." My point is we never take the time to just sit down in our lives and think about all the things that we truly do love in great detail within our life. Because what that does, when you begin to realize what it is that you love about your life, and if you can maintain consistency with this, and it becomes easy to do because you truly feel love and joy and elation over the things that you're thinking about in your life, when you're able to do that though with consistency, then what that allows you to do is to build that within your habitual thought and behavioral processes, meaning that the brain always wants to optimize itself. And so it puts things into the subconscious mind in the form of a physical habit, so that, or even in a thought habit as well, your belief system, so that it conserves energy. So when you're able to think consistently, truly about the things that you love in your life, the way that it makes you feel, when you truly think about and envision and relive the experience within your head every single day. That's why it's so important to wake up and think about things that make you feel good every single day, because you're elevating the neurochemical disposition in your body to that of a happy, joyous, worry-free, loving person. And there's specific chemicals that the body produces whenever we are in a loving or a fearful or a hateful or a spiteful or any state, any emotional state can be represented by a neurochemical chain within your body. So by doing that, you're elevating yourself, your vibrational frequency, the energy that you're putting out, and therefore you're more connected. You're behaving in connectedness. Now, Ed was talking with a man named John Gordon. And John Gordon is talking a lot about this connectedness and how when you feel like you're connected to people, to life, to the situation, to circumstances, when you are searching internally for your sense of self and then pushing it outward, he said, everybody is looking for love. And if you can be a loving person, then everybody's looking for you. Think about that. Everybody is looking for love. And if you can be loving, give the world love, and it must start within yourself first. You must love yourself first and then give that to the world. Then everybody is looking for you. Wow. What a powerful concept. Everybody is looking for you in that exact moment that you are in a perfect state of love. Love as an action, as a way of feeling, as truly and genuinely the way that you view other people in the world. Everybody is looking for you. So what do you do with that? Well, when we don't think about the things that we love, and we are overwhelmed constantly all day long with the thoughts that perpetuate a negative state of existence within us, feelings of fear and anxiety and drudgery and oh my God, and we do it long enough, what's happening is our brain now is programming that information where? Into the subconscious. It's forming a thought pattern, a behavioral pattern, and then a belief system. A belief system of oneself, which is that of not connectedness, because only love can allow you to be connected. Fear separates you. And as fear separates you, and as that neurochemical disposition within your body begins to act in a more chronic and long-term state, certain things start to take place within your brain. Now, I'm specifically talking about a podcast I listened to with Andrew Huberman, professor of ocular neurology, I think is how you pronounce his title, one of them. And he mentions something called tachykinin and how isolation leads to elevated levels of tachykinin in the brain and in the body. And what tachykinin does specifically is it elevates levels of agitation, aggression, erratic behavior. And I'm pretty sure I'm on with this. He says that it connects like negative experiences that are stored in the brain with current circumstances. So you basically just begin to feel the sense of hate or disdain for somebody over a wrongdoing that had been done to you. Let's say when you were, 6, kids stole your candy. Well, since most of the programming is in the subconscious, then you don't even really consciously realize the fact that, hey, I'm mad at this person because they stole my candy. You just feel that same feeling is being drawn up. The neurochemical disposition is being amplified in your body. And you're feeling it that way towards Tom at work or Susan, whoever it is. You don't know why consciously, but you just feel that way. And then you couple that with erratic behavior and high levels of aggression. And what do we have? Well, we have active shooters, rising crime rates, senseless, disgusting violence and pedophilia. It's separateness, and it elevates those neurochemicals in the body, and we begin to see these types of behaviors be carried out within our society, which is capable of being the most beautiful and peaceful society, one of absolute love, but we don't think about what we love about our life enough. I mean, truly, I love getting up early in the morning before everybody else. I do it every single day. I've done it for so many years now. It's not even like a thing that I'm proud of. It's just I do it because I love it so much. I get myself into such a beautiful, positive flow state so immediately in the morning time that there's nothing else that could ever overtake that feeling of joy and gratitude that I have for starting off another day, another beautiful day with the opportunity to make the most out of it that I possibly can. And that's just one small portion. And that's how I start my day as I sit down and I just think about gratitude. And I think about all of the things in my life that I get to experience every single day, like my wife's face. I love staring at my wife's face. She, to me, is so beautiful that it's like I'm watching a reel in a movie. Some of the times when she's just sitting there, and I can't even begin to describe to you how that makes me feel. That's something I'm so grateful for every single day. I am so insanely grateful, and I love my son and his laughter and his just explorative nature at this point. He's 2.5, and he just wants to see everything from inquisitive eyes. And yeah, he gets frustrated when he can't figure things out because he's a 2-year-old, so he throws tantrums. But I love being there to see those things. I love being there to help guide him through those simple lessons. But it's important that he learns how to solve problems at this early age. I love all of that so much. I truly, truly do. And even the stains on my clothes don't bother me. So what do you love about your life? What can you take time to just sit down and think? And I recommend writing it out. I write down stuff in a notebook every single day. Every single day I write something in a notebook. And it helps you take it from the intangible to the tangible, from the abstract into the concrete. You're actually manifesting something into existence as you write your thoughts down and things down into a notebook, and you'll be able to remember it better and focus more. So I recommend writing it down, but write down just 10 things that you love about your life. And it doesn't even need to be 10 things. Just make it 3 things. And then from those 3 things, like I love thing 1, I love thing 2, I love thing 3. Write 3 things about that thing that you love in more detail. So for example, I love being able to look at my wife's face in the morning as the sun comes up. And what I love about that in even more detail is literally the perfection in her skin glows and shines underneath the sun's rays of light. Literally, her lips, they literally are so smooth and plush. And I love when they open because she's about to say something to me and speak to me, and I get to hear her voice and kiss her lips. So start to break it down into even more detail. And before you know it, you'll actually be in a flow state because you're thinking about the things that you love and it's elevating the way that you feel. The more that we could do this as humans, then the more connected we can be with one another. And the more connected that we can be with one another, then ultimately the less separated we'll feel, and we will have less erratic violence in our societies. We will feel better. We will live happier, more joyous, more worry-free lives. Do not succumb to the agenda of this group of people, whoever they are influencing, these socioeconomic and political tides that we exist within. Don't fall subject to the programming of everybody being bad, of there being a need to divide us by race, by sex, by creating these imaginary arguments between us. It's insane. It's so insane and ridiculous, but yet so effective at the same time. So don't get caught up in the messaging that's being propagated to you. Why? Because they want us separated. They want us divided. They want us to just live in poverty and squalor amongst one another. When the reality of it is we're so capable of coming together through love. Starts in ourselves and what we love about our life and the things around us. And then it grows into connectedness, and then it grows into oneness. And when, just like you wouldn't chop off your left arm, when we are one, a part of one body, then we will not see the sense in chopping off our own arm or in striking one another. So I hope that this stimulates your thoughts. I hope that this makes you think a little bit about what you truly love about your life, and then shed some light on the things that you don't like, and then start to take massive action to change them. All right, everybody. My name is Joe Malone. This is the Lethal Lifestyle Podcast. Living a life of lethality is one of love, connectedness, oneness, and an understanding of that energy. Take care. Until next time.